Jimmy Bullets.
Jimmy Bullets with two S's, like gun with two ends.
Hooey, I'm Jamie Bullets. I want to welcome you to Jumping the Gun. We got to talk about Wonder Woman 3 and Blue Beetle. Hooey.
All right, welcome back. It's Jumping the Gun on coming this summer.
I'm Jimmy Bullets, and I'm Jimmy Bullets.
Which is our super DC.
I need you glasses on
we
right
gotta
now
do it.
and white hair spray painted. Yeah, I have white spray paint. We'll just fucking
Where's
grab
my Twitter?
We'll just grab it out.
I gotta tweet things constantly.
My Twitter.
All right, so it's the show. It's our DC show. It's our all-encompassing, and why Jimmy Bullets is in charge. You know,
yeah, like we do Marvel-gasm sometimes when we have a lot of Marvel news to talk about. This is our DC show, Jumping the Gun.
We haven't had one in a while.
No, because he's
for a little while
kept
he got
his mouth
quiet.
shut. Yeah. He's like, those CTS guys are making fun of me. I don't like it. They made me look like the Polar Express kid.
So, a couple tidbits this week. We got WB apparently ashamed and embarrassed to drop the Flash
on streaming.
They
won't drop Flash on digital.
They're worried about the bad numbers, even though
prematurely pulling it from theaters. By the way,
but they made it available for purchase. Remember, even as an NFT.
On digital. Yeah. Yeah, to get an interactive version of to get a 3D model of
the train
sets.
wreck.
Yeah,
the one to be there at the train wreck
of the movie.
Or the plane crash.
Yeah.
The Hindenburg of movies.
It's basically like you're in VR watching the movie.
Right.
Like, but you can't walk around. Like, you can't see the back of, like, Ezra Miller's head because it's something they didn't shoot. You know what I mean?
If you told me the movie was $290 million because I can purchase an NFT of the movie and then go walk around wherever I want on set during the movie.
Or during the scenes.
I would shut up and be like, that was money well spent.
That's awesome. And maybe that's why the CGI looks a little weird.
Because they had to spend all this money on making an interactive like 360-degree movie.
That'd be pretty cool.
But it sounds like they did
I'd be spending money
3
on
parts.
Yeah.
And they went over and they filmed like a straight line to like behind the scenes, like where we're filming now, and been like, here's where they got some of those cool green screen shots. And then you can like turn your phone and go in a circle, and that's probably that.
Cool. Yeah, but it's like if you could put on like the Oculus,
right, or the new Apple
or the
thing
Apple
that's coming out,
or the Index,
and like walk around.
That'd be pretty cool.
And I would buy it.
That'd be pretty cool.
And I would buy it. But otherwise, just drop your movie. They don't know what to do because honestly, the rumors that we've heard is they're contemplating.
Max is fucked. Like,
well, they're contemplating just making Aquaman. What's Aquaman?
Aquaman 2.
I don't know. What is that?
The Lost Kingdom.
Don't know what that is.
Aquaman 2. He gets a new suit.
Totally confused.
He gets a new suit.
Hi,
Aren't you excited
I'm Jimmy Bullets. I don't know what Aquaman is.
Aren't you excited for Aquaman?
I got here and they were like, "Hey, we got this Flash movie."
Hey, well,
and
we
then
did
Blue Beetle.
acknowledge Aquaman after Flash in the end credit scene.
I'm not remembering that.
Okay, well, he's drunk. He lands in a face full of water and says, "I live here."
That was before I got here to run DC. I don't remember
ocean
that,
joke. Do an ocean
joke. Okay, I remember. But that's all the Aquaman. That was the end of the Aquaman.
He died.
That was it. He drowned in that puddle.
He died.
He died of alcohol poisoning combo with drowning in that puddle.
Yeah.
And you're like, how did Aquaman drown?
How did Aquaman die?
It happened in the
right
DCEU,
there.
And that's done, and we're not doing that.
There. Except he is in Peacemaker also. So James Gunn does know about Aquaman because he threw him at the very end. And they're silhouettes of the entire Justice League. And in fact, Ezra Miller and Jason Mamoa are the only 2 that got invited. So now that Wonder Woman wasn't in that, to come back and say that now
what you don't understand
she is in the DCU.
Is that when he ran really fast and smelled his fingers, that's how you get the speed. You smell your fingers.
The smell force.
It's the smell force. So when he ran back in time, and again I'm speaking as Jimmy Bullets.
He's a smellster.
As he ran back, it changed the timeline to be no more Aquaman 2. And we don't need it. We wrapped Aquaman 2 up in the post-credit scene.
It already happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
it
that
already
universe,
happened.
it happened.
We just fast forward past it.
That credit scene is
That's
after
him
Aquaman
after
2.
Aquaman 2. Yeah, when he's down on his
There's
luck.
a whole movie that takes place between the credits rolling and the and the end credit scene. Maybe we drop it on Max. Maybe we use it as a tax write-off.
Maybe we'll just drop it as the credits of another shitty movie that we don't care about. I would drop it on Max, along with Batgirl, which they apparently showed clips of. And there's literally a slate with Batgirl symbol on it somewhere on the internet.
Poor Jimmy Bullets. Poor me. Again, we're pretending I'm James Gunn.
What the fuck is his name from the Mummy movie? Brendan Fraser. Poor him, man.
Yeah.
He was all up in that Batgirl movie. Poor chick
Michael
who was
Keaton
Batgirl.
was in it.
Poor Michael Keaton, man. It came out that we were gonna get a Batman Beyond movie if Flash did well with Michael freaking Keaton, bro. Free Keaton. Like, come on, man. That would have been so cool. But we're just gonna fucking reset it again. Like, I would have taken The Rock's reset if Black Adam was just gonna spawn another fucking thing, which it seemed like Blue Beetle is supposed to be a part of that universe.
Let's get into
Not
that
even the Zack Snyder DCEU shit.
That brings me to the next thing that's been floating around for the last week.
Every time we do a DC video, I need like a fucking whiteboard.
I know, like you're Charlie with the yarn,
string, fucking everything, all the time.
Because these reports come out that Gal Gadot is like,
it's
oh
crazy.
no, Wonder Woman 3 that's a thing and it's happening. And it's totally happening. And the reports were saying,
by the way,
that that was a news source that scooped something she said, but reported inaccurately. Then Warner Brothers issued a statement saying, "Who's Gal Gadot?" Basically, who's Gal Gadot? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know who this is. Who is this person?
Right.
She's Wonder Woman. Did we do Wonder Woman movies?
A couple months ago, people were tweeting at James Gunn like, "It's a shame you let Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot, you let them go.
You fired them."
And it's like Henry Cavill didn't fit in the universe, and Gal was not let go. It says he tweets back. You know what I mean?
But then reports came out that he did.
But it came out that Gal Gadot said that she was out because Henry Cavill wasn't in there anymore.
And
she's
Patty
just
Jenkins was gone.
Right.
And that was her
so
buddy.
she was like, I'm out. Bye.
But now what's going to happen is they're
going
to get Greta.
James Gunn was like, oh, okay, hold on. That's a good idea. But James Gunn was basically like, Gal Gadot, you're basically like, we don't, it's not like.
It won't make any sense.
It won't make
to keep you and get
But they
rid of
didn't like come
else.
out and say that.
No, but
so it's just like she walked.
Because she said she had
and
meetings
James Gunn's like, well, we didn't fire her or let her go. She just kind of bounced because Patty Jenkins bounced.
She quit before they fired her.
A Wonder Woman 3 by Greta Gerwig. Is that what you're about to say?
That's what's going to happen.
That needs to happen.
They're going to do a Wonder Woman
reboot,
even if it is with Gail.
Yeah.
Or Gal.
If it's a reboot, it needs to be her because she needs to handle all the female.
That's what do. She's already WB.
Yeah.
They're gonna go. She already came out and said, "I want to do a superhero movie."
She already gave him a win with Barbie,
and she already threw it out there.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go. You want to do the new Wonder Woman reboot?
That would make sense. That would probably fit into James Gunn's universe too. I don't think Gal Gadot is like a good Wonder Woman. I don't think she's a bad Wonder Woman, but I don't think she needs to be Wonder Woman.
Her time
anymore.
Is up.
Yeah.
It's not fair if
you're letting Henry Cavill go,
everybody else, not just Henry, but they got rid of everybody.
No,
but minus.
I mean, they didn't really.
The
they
four
haven't
people
specifically fired Ezra Miller yet. Jason Momoa is still
but in the last
Aquaman.
One of the last tweets, he was basically fired without being fired. I mean, James Gunn says something to the effect of, "Flash is done and over with. That's done."
Fair.
So without saying like, "Oh, that guy's gone," they were like, "No, the Flash is done." Right. So, okay, you're making it sound like that's that.
Like he's over with.
Yeah. But you're right. They kept John C. But the characters he's keeping are way lower profile. He did Blast.
Peacemaker.
He did get rid of all the high-end profile people.
Yeah.
The whole thing makes no sense, though. It always comes back to us going, like, the decisions that were made.
And if you're just going to replace Superman and replace all these actors and start over with a new universe, you can't use anyone then. You can't pick and choose.
Right.
You're done.
Which is why Blue Beetle is perfect for you to launch your new stuff with. Make your edits. Cut out the people. Film a new fucking end credits scene.
Yep.
With the
What's
new
your
people.
over-under for Gal Gadot being in Blue Beetle?
Man, before I would have been like, it's probably 70+%, but now I don't know.
What's your over-under that she was definitely in there at some point?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
1,000 trillion %.
Yeah, I would say the same.
50-50 probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Because honestly, most of these releases, it is an IMAX, but there's a good...
Which I'm excited for. Yep.
A lot of that stuff doesn't hit theaters until a week-ish before, and then they get it under a pseudonym name on the film because they don't want you to be out there leaking shit. There is time up to the last minute to make digital cuts. So don't be shocked if a month ago or 2 weeks ago she opened her mouth and said something and James Gunn got mad and said like weeks before. Yeah, like 2 weeks before.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying updated digital movie like that. Like that.
Especially a movie so heavy with special effects. Yeah.
So I would not surprise me if they're cutting her right now.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I could see that.
So, which leads us
cutting
into,
her out.
Or cutting her out, yeah. Which leads us into Blue Beetle is coming out this week.
Blue Beetle predictions. Yeah, we had a little.
So we should talk about this a little bit. We'll get into our main channel. We'll get into it way more later in the week. But this thing has been a roller coaster ride because it was originally supposed to be just streaming only.
Yes.
Then it got promoted. because they had a lot of faith in Black Adam and how that was going to go. So that actually caused the Blue Beetle thing.
Like, movies seem to work if we put the color before the guy's name. Huh. If Flash was Red Flash, maybe people would have gone to see it.
Wait a minute.
Because Black Adam, people went, and now Blue Beetle.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I know people are like, no, Black Adam was a failure. Well, comparatively speaking to most of the other DC
it was all right. It did all right.
It did okay.
It did okay.
Comparatively. In fact, you haven't had a movie make more money than that since, I think, the Superman movies or the Justice League movies.
Yeah.
In this main timeline.
So as far as DC goes,
that,
so as far as DC, the DCEU goes, where it's up there. It's up there on movies, definitely. It's a good movie. Yeah.
So this So Blue Beetle,
I'm excited for.
Blue Beetle has roughly $100 million budget.
Yep.
Which is a lot, but
right.
comparatively speaking to other superhero movies is not a lot.
No.
So
no, most things cost $300 million now.
I think this opens up somewhere around the Flash. The Flash opened up at Shazam.
Because Flash forgot Shazam was even a fucking
Flash
movie
made it into the 50s. Shazam
was
just broke 30. It was like 30.1 million.
Okay.
I can see this opening in that ballpark.
That's pretty decent.
But Shazam didn't even make 70 million.
And Shazam was a sequel, though, to be fair, to a movie that people were take it or leave it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So this is like, hey, guys, we got fucking Cobra Kai Kid. When's the last thing George Lopez was in?
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon's there. You know what I mean? All these names people
This is going to run like...
so
box office is going to look like Morbius.
Kids are going to be like, it's Cobra Kai Kid.
That's what it's going to be. My kids want to see it.
I think only because it's that kid.
It's
exactly that guy.
What it is.
Right. Because they're like, they're from the show I like.
And that show was #1 on Netflix for like 10 consecutive weeks.
It's the biggest show on Netflix.
It was one of the big... It's in their like top 10 all-time
Whenever it drops a
new
season, it becomes giant. So it's like that kid is so hot right now.
He is.
I keep making the Zoolander
but
joke,
he is.
but it's true. Yeah. Like
my 7-year-old's like, I want to see Blue Beetle. You do? Do you know who Blue Beetle is? It's whatever.
Him.
What's
Cobra
his
Kai.
name from Cobra Kai? I'm like, yeah, I know. So let's go see it. I'm like, okay, what comes out on
Blue
Friday?
Beetle's a nice intro. That's like if they did a fucking Beast Boy movie.
Yeah, and I hate the whole, well, he's going to be the character in the thing, but this movie won't count. Well, then what the hell?
Yeah, it's not the first DCU movie, but he's the first DCU character.
That statement makes no sense.
Superman is the first DCU movie.
The only thing that can...
Unless timeline-wise, because that happened with MCU
But still,
shit.
okay, let's say at the end of the movie now, they've added some cutscene where he falls into some fucking dimension.
Well, not even that. It's just like set after the Superman movie.
But what I'm saying is, no matter what, it's still the first movie. If the character counts, no matter what way you want to slice
it. Like Iron Man is the first MCU movie, even though first Avenger is set before that.
Right.
Captain Marvel is set before or after that.
Yeah.
So it's like the real watch is Captain America, Captain Marvel, Iron Man. You know what I mean? So it's like, but Captain Marvel or Captain America didn't come out first, and Captain Marvel sure as fuck didn't come out second. So like, I can see like that, like, but that works for the MCU.
Because what he should be saying is, it's not the first DCU movie, but it
timeline.
He
should express timeline wise speaking. Right.
Yes, it will be the first DCU movie.
Obviously, it's the first DCU movie.
It has to be. Again, unless you're going to re-origin his story, which would be the dumbest thing. Unless they're going to go, it's the same origin in every universe, so you don't need to see it again.
There can't be two Blue Beetle movies with separate actors in separate universes. No, you have to. You can't do that again. Nobody wants two Blue Beetles. Nobody wanted one. Okay, no. I love Blue Beetle,
but you're lucky you casted it right. This is the best casted movie for DC in a long time. They really nailed it on the casting, in my opinion.
That's what I mean. And Superman Legacy cast looks pretty good now too. So it's like, okay.
I think this does.
Okay,
I think this does.
I don't know why James Gunn isn't taking credit for the Blue Beetle movie. I'd be like, yeah, well, that is a part. I
fixed it.
That is a part of my universe. Yeah. You know, like own it.
Well, because he loves. I always mess his name up, so I never say his name. But Blue Beetle. He loves him. He tweets about how great he is all the time and wants him to stick around.
Right. So you like almost have to use him.
You have to use him. And now that the media is calling it your first DCU character,
you're
gonna look like a huge monster ass.
You're confusing like Variety and like TMZ and like Hollywood Reporter, and they don't even know what's up, left, or down. Like we can barely make sense of it. And we're like giant super nerds.
We live in it.
Right. So it's like, how is... you got a guy on Variety going like...
First DCU thing. What the kind fuck? Of, but not. But yes, but no.
Yeah, but
sort
not
of.
At all. Yeah. Just come watch our show, Variety, and then you'll get an idea how to write your stories.
I think it does, though, and I mean, I might adjust this when we do our predictions later in the week, but I think it runs roughly with Morbius. Morbius was like right around 30 million and made right around 70 million.
That's safe to say.
And like worldwide, it did like 175 million.
Yeah, I don't think they're expressing that this is like fresh, by the way, either. They're not like hammering home that this is not a part of
early
Flash
reactions.
and Aquaman shit.
Fan, by the way, is not Tom Cruise hasn't commented.
No.
Stephen King hasn't commented.
No, they haven't paid
David
anyone
Zaslav hasn't said anything.
Yeah, George R. R. Martin didn't come out and say it's the best movie ever.
But the fans are saying it is like a Wish.com's Spider-Man in the best way possible. Like it's Spider-Man.
Fine.
There's a lot of heart.
Yeah.
It's an origin story.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have parental figures die. I'm sure. It's gonna be Spider-Man.
I'd cast that dude as a young 2099 Spider-Man.
He's great
right now.
Right
now.
I think this movie will probably seriously be. It might end up being how. Now you talked about justice with everything being closed, and like how it all works. About maybe Aquaman doesn't even come out because of the way everything was, but. I
think that'll be the greatest end to the shittiest universe.
Well, it makes sense because this will probably be the best DCEU movie.
This year.
No, I think it might end up being because none of them are particularly strong if you really break it down.
Batman v Superman, the 3-hour cut extended edition is the greatest movie of all time. But
because it's bad, though.
Because it's really bad.
But I'm saying this might end up being the best DCEU.
I had a lot of fun with Black Adam, to be fair.
Right, and that was a good one. But I'm saying some of their last movies will end up being the best movies after it all went to poop. And they finally.
I think this will be the best since
Black
Adam.
Well, I think it'll be the best out of all of them. I have a feeling. I think you'll walk out there going, God damn it.
Yeah. Man of Steel sucks. We have Batman v Superman. Justice League is bad. We have Aquaman. We have Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 2.
Aquaman,
Flash.
Wonder Woman 1.
Wonder Woman
and Shazam 1 would be the only ones that people could probably throw in contention.
Shazam is really good.
Right.
Shazam's really good.
So that's the three it's battling against.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, the sequels to all those movies are terrible.
Suck. Yeah. Suck. Yeah.
So Man vs. Steel is bad, but Batman vs. Superman, I know you said it's good bad, but it's bad.
It's dumb fun bad. Like, they're nuking Superman in space when he's fighting Doomsday, and it's like, this is...
People shit on Marvel.
Fucking absurd.
I can't believe they want to put Wolverine in the comic-accurate suit.
And Aquaman doesn't make a cameo in that movie when a trident they're fighting with literally falls into the ocean. He doesn't swim up and pick it up and start fighting with them.
Take this.
Why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't maybe he feels like the kryptonite hit the water and he swims up and grabs it, and now he's in the fight with Doomsday? That would have been so cool, guys.
We'll run DC.
They didn't know what they were doing. Yeah, I want to. I want to write the Nova shit before.
We're in the middle of blowing it up. Yeah. Let's get us in there. Don't release Aquaman.
Don't.
I don't even think you throw it on Max.
Streaming.
If you're going to, you do it streaming.
Personally, I need to watch it.
But at this point,
if I need to watch it because it won't close up anything, it won't wrap up the character. It'll just lead
into
more bullshit.
They're reshooting right now again. Now the movie comes out in months, and they should be shooting the movie for like 5 years.
Patrick Wilson is in that movie, by the way. He's Ocean Master.
It's an Insidious sequel. All right, I think that's gonna do it.
Yeah, check out the further is just the ocean.
Check out the rest of the channel. We'll have box office predictions for Blue Beetle later in the week.
Strays and Blue Beetle.
Strays is coming out this week.
We'll have reviews this weekend.
Might have a nice box office week this week. Nice.
I'm excited because the week after is Gran Turismo, right? Garbage nothing land. So it'll be rough for a little bit.
Then summer is this is pretty much it.
This is it.
This is the last
weekend of movies. Last weekend sucked because it was Demeter fart. I'm like, man, Ruby Gillman could have been coming out last weekend, and it would have been such good counter marketing.
Last voyage of the Ruby Gillman, and then done like
the Gilmeter,
and they have like two ocean themed movies.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But we still have Saw Patrol, don't forget. Which I think we've hyped it up. I think we might have to go see the Paw Patrol movie. Unfortunately. I know you'll have to take your kids. So we're doing CTS Junior.
Yeah,
we'll just do CTS Junior. Okay. Yeah. And then that's we'll still do Saw Patrol. Yeah, because I'm like, man, we're fucking hyping that shit up. There's no way we're seeing that movie, right? I barely want to see Saw.
All right, guys. I know the description of the video says Paw Patrol review. Just sit down and wait a second.
Hear me out. Two grown fucking dudes who have no business.
After the questioning from the police,
Paw Patrol,
and they started the movie.
We couldn't legally go into that theater, I don't think.
We have to bring one of my kids or Frank's kids, yeah.
What's the Bob's Burgers episode where they like
they won't let him in the arcade,
but they get an adult to like just walk them in. Yeah. All right, guys.
Like, subscribe, do all those things.
Yeah. Do it. Maybe James Gunn will retweet at you if you ask him a dumbass question.
Stop listening to Coming this Summer is what he'll say.
The Dementor, the Harry Potter spin-off.
The Dementor movie
did not do well.
It would have done better if he would just called it that.
Yeah, just lie. It would
right. Universal.
CTS, your movie would have been better if you just fucking lied and said it was a Harry Potter movie.
Real quick, 30 seconds to break this down. Universal clearly has a deal with Warner Brothers for Harry Potter stuff to put in their theme park. What's a call to Zaslav to go, hey, listen. Let's just say we accidentally screwed the marketing up and said Dementor instead of Demeter.
Make it a Hufflepuff logo 15 million. On the crates. Change that bitch to a Dementor model, and you make one of them like some ancient name from the books that only a couple people would know.
Let me ask you a question right now.
Know the difference.